Hello, welcome to C language technical discussion. I am Rajendra here from APSSDC. In the previous session we started an introduction on recursion. Today I will write one example program on recursion function. Later we go for some other concepts. Recursion function means a function calling itself is called recursion function. I repeat, a function calling itself is called a recursion function. There are two types of functions are available. One is iterative. We can write the user defined function in two ways. One is iterative functions, second one is recursive functions. Iterative functions and recursion function. What is iterative functions means? Iterative functions. Just look here, example just I will show you. This is iterative way. This is iterative means one function is calling some other function. This function is calling some other function. This is iterative way. Means here we are calling the main function and main function is calling the f1 function. Here f1 function is calling f2 function. F1 here main function is calling the f1 function and f1 function is calling f2 function. Okay. Here first after execution of the main function, whenever this function is called, f1 control goes to wherever this f1 function is defined. This will be executed. In the f1 function another function call is there, that is f2 function. Okay. f1 is calling f2. Okay. So, after whenever this f2 function is called, now the control goes to wherever f2 defined function, that is here. After fully execution of the f2 function, control comes to here wherever it is left off. Okay. After fully completion of this f1 function, after the function call, these following statements are executed. Next control comes to calling function. This is a procedure for the iterative functions. Means main function is calling the f1 function is calling the f2 function here. This is iterative functions. This is iterative functions. Okay. So, this is one procedure. So, here is to design to write the iterative function, we must have the we have to design this procedure. We have to design this procedure, it is very simple. But whereas a recursion function, I will show you the recursion function also. Recursion function. Recursion functions. A function is calling itself is called recursion function. Okay. Here I will show you. This is a recursion way. A function f1 main function is calling itself. Okay, this is called recursion function, recursive function. So, then why do we go for the recursion function? Means whenever there is a formula based requirement, then we go for the recursion. Second point, by writing the recursion function, statements are minimized. With a less functionality, we can give the output. Okay, that is the main reason. So, based on a requirement, we will decide whether we go for the recursion function or we go for the iterative way. So, today we are going to write one program, that is factorial of a given number by using the recursion way. Factorial of a given number. Given number. So, no problem, I will explain here. First we go for the algorithm of the factorial of a given number here. First, start. First step, start. Okay. Next, second step. Whenever you are practicing the C programs, better you write the algorithm way. Then only it becomes very simple to implement in the coding. Declare some variable. Second step 2. Declare integer variable n. Declare integer variable n. Next, read n value. Read variable n. Okay, next, and store it. Read n value and store in it. Fourth step, find the factorial of a given number. Factorial of a given number. Factorial of a given number for the following. Here only we write the logic. And then return the factorial. Return the factorial of a given number. Okay. Next, print factorial, display factorial. So, for this one I will also convert into flow charts, so that it becomes simple. Start, next, input value. We are declaring the variable declaration, so input n. Next, so here means we are reading the value. Input n means we are reading the value. Now here we write the function call. For the function call we will write factorial. of n. This is function call. Next, print display means print factorial. Print factorial. Next, stop. Start and stop are same. Okay. This is because this is a function call n is greater than 1. For every recursion function, we should have one condition. If yes, return n star fact of n minus 1. Okay. This is also, it contains some function call. No return of 1. Okay. Yes or no. This is a flow chart and this is algorithm. Based on this flow chart and algorithm, we will convert into program. You can, based on this flow chart and algorithm, you can write any programming language. You can write any programming language. First, start void main, beginning of the C program. This is braces, opening braces. Next, declare variable declaration n. So, it is converted into int n. Hope you are copied into your notes. Int n. Okay. So, we have to also declare the function declaration. For the, especially in C and C++, we have to write the function prototype and function declaration. Function prototype or function declaration. In Java, no need to write the function declaration or prototype, but here it is mandatory. So, long double fact, this is a function declaration. This is variable declaration, it is function declaration. Next, read variable n. Next, how do we read? So, before scanf we have to write. So, before that we write the printf. Printf, enter n value. Next, scanf. Scanf %d ampersand n. Next, find the factorial of a given number here. Find the factorial of a given number, that is fact. Here I will write one more variable k. K equal to fact of n. Fact of n. So, it is long, k should be long double k. Okay. K equal to fact of n, it is a function call now. We are going to define this one. Okay. Next, print display fact. display fact means printf %d equal to LF for long double \n n comma k get ch close the C program. Now we are going to define the fact function because it is a function call is there. So now I am going to write the function definition of fact. Now we are going to write the function definition of fact. Long double long space double fact of int n. So function declaration and function heading should be the same, but here we write the semicolon, here we do not write the semicolon. Beginning of the fact function. Beginning of the fact function. Next, for every iteration function we have to write one if condition, that is mandatory. If n is greater than 0, return n star fact of n minus 1. Else return of 1. Else return of 1. So, so first, for example, 4 is the n value is 4, n equal to 4. So fact of 4, here fact of function call is 4, okay. Fact of 4 is copied into n, 4 is copied into formal parameter n, okay. Here actual parameter and formal parameter both are same variable names, okay, no problem, you can write in a different way also, no problem. So 4 is copied to formal parameter n. If n is greater than 0 means 4 is greater than 0, condition becomes true, okay. Whenever the condition becomes true, okay, then it becomes, if n is greater than 0 means which is first, return of n 4 into fact 4 into fact of n, n means 4 minus 1, that is 3. Okay. Next, another function call 4 into fact of 2, 4 into three into fact of 2. Next function call 4 into 3 into 2 into fact of 1. Okay. Next function call 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into fact of 0. Okay. Next function call 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 in 1 fact of 0 means 1, 1 into 1. So here there are 5 function calls are involved. Here 5 function calls are involved. So we will get 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, okay, that is 24. 24. Here just you can see here a function is calling itself. A function is calling itself, here the recursion function. Okay. There are 5 function call here. Okay. After n becomes, every time it returns, okay, return of 24 is returned. Okay. So, this is a example program for the recursion function. So, so a function is calling itself here. I think you have copied this one. This is a because n equal to 4, here 4 function calls are involved here. So, this is the recursion function. Now, today next we go for the scope of a variable, storage classes or scope of a variables. Now, we will discuss, okay, what is storage classes and what is scope of a variable. Today we will discuss. Storage classes or scope of a variable, scope of a variable. So, what is scope of a variable and storage classes means? We know that up to now we have, so far we defined only the data type of the variable. Okay. So far we have defined only the data type of the variable. So, I want to know the full details of the variable. Okay. If you want to know about full details of a variable, then we have to learn the data types, okay, and not only the data types, but you have to also learn the scope of the variable. The name itself tells us scope of the variables, where up to where that variable is visible, okay, where is the lifetime of the variable, okay, that we will learn here in a scope of a variable. Okay. So, I will write the variable specifies, a variable specifies two things. A variable specifies two things. One is data type, second one is storage classes. Storage class. So, we know that a data type refers to that what type of data it is. We already learned in our previous classes, previous sessions. Okay. But now we are going to learn the scope of the variables. What are the features of the storage classes means? The features of the storage classes. Features of the storage classes are where the variable is stored. Second, what is the initial value of the variable. A storage classes will explains to us, okay, where is the variable is stored, where the variable is stored, location of the variable. Second point, what is the initial value of the variable. Next, third point, what is the scope of the variable. What is the scope of scope of the variable means how long the variable is visible in the program. How long the variable is visible in the program. It is nothing but a scope of the variable. Okay. Next, fourth point, what is the life of the variable. What is the life of the variable? Okay. These storage classes will explain for us the following 4 points. One is where the variable is stored, what is the initial value of the variable, what is the scope of the variable means how long the variable is visible in the program. So, what is the life of the variable. This third and fourth are same. So, these 4 points will explain the storage classes or scope of the variable. So, what are the storage? Now, we discuss how many types of the storage classes. How many types of the storage classes? First, automatic storage classes, second one, external storage classes, third one, static storage class, fourth one, register storage class. A storage class are nothing but a class are nothing but variables. Storage classes are nothing but variables. So, first what is automatic storage class? What is automatic storage class? Now, we will see the what is automatic storage class. First one is storage classes. First one, automatic storage classes. Automatic storage classes. Automatic storage classes is also called as local variable. Okay. For example, you can see here void main into a equal to 4, void f1 into b, printf b equal to b equal to a. Just see here, a or automatic way, auto into a equal to 4 or into a, both are same, both are same. If you want to write auto into a also, no problem. Here auto is a keyword, auto is a keyword. Instead of writing auto into a or into a, both are same, there is no difference. Generally we do not write the auto keyword while we are declaring the local variable. This automatic variable is also called as local variable. Local means this is a is local to main function, here b is local to f1 function. Okay. Here b is not visible main function, here a is not visible to f1 function. Okay. Here I will get the error, b equal to a means here I will get the error because a is local to m1 main function but not here. Okay. Here if I write here b, printf b, here also I will get the error because b is local to f1 function. Okay. The moment whenever the closing braces are control reaches, whenever the control reaches the closing braces, this a is going to be lost, a is going to be lost. I cannot retrieve the value because it is a local variable, because it is a local variable. It is also known as auto variables or local variables or automatic variables or local variables. Or auto variables. Or auto variables. Okay. This is the example for the automatic storage classes. Classes is nothing but a variable. Storage classes are nothing but a variable here. Do not get confused. Storage classes means storage variables. Classes means here variables. So, we will write the notes here. Just I will type the notes. First one, automatic variable, right? Automatic storage classes or local variables or auto variables. So, here what we have to know, where the variable is stored. Okay. First, where the we have to follow the 4 points, right? 2, 3, next 4 points we are learning the features of the first of where the variable is stored. It is stored in memory. Okay. It is stored in memory. Second point, what is the initial value of the variable? What is the initial value of the variable? So, here automatic variable initial value is initial value of the variable is garbage value. Garbage means not 0, it is some value, we cannot define that value. Okay. It is an unpredictable value. Garbage value means unpredictable value, we cannot decide how much expect, it varies from system to system. some value. So, initial value of the variable local variable is garbage value. Next, third point, what is the scope of the variable? Okay, third point means scope of the variable is scope of the variable is local to the block, in which the variable is defined, is local to that block in which the variable is defined. Next, fourth point. What is the fourth point? What is the life of the variable? Okay. Fourth point is what is the life of the variable? What is the life of the variable here? Till the control remains within the block, in which the variable is defined. Till the control remains within the block in which the variable is defined. Okay. So, what is the definition of a local variable? Means variables declared within a function are called local variables. Okay. These variables are not known to the other functions, and local variables of a function cannot be accessed in other functions. Here the A variable cannot be accessed in B. Okay. Example I will write here. Void main int a equal to 4. Another function I am writing here, that is void f1 into b equal to a. Here I will get the error. I cannot access because a is local to main function. How can you access an f1 function? Here also, if I am trying to access the printf %d b, it is also leads to error because b is not declared in f1 function, in main function. It is declared in f1 function. How can you access in main function? So it leads to error. It leads to error. You cannot access the b in main function, and a cannot be accessed in f1 function because those are local variables of a function. These local variables of a functions cannot be accessed in other functions, because it is local variable of a main. Here a is a local variable of a main function, cannot be accessed in f1 function, and vice versa also. Okay. So, same thing I will write here. Local variables of a function cannot be accessed in other function of the program. that is local variable of main that cannot be accessed in function, in F1 function, and vice versa, If a simply if you want to remember the local variable, okay, there is a blunder, you can blindly you can remember. If a variable is declared inside the function, then it is called automatic variable or local variable. If a variable is declared inside the function, then it is called local variable or automatic variable or auto variable or automatic storage classes, because it is local. The moment control comes out of this block, main block, this A is not at all visible, the scope is not there. This lifetime of the A is up to here only, lifetime. Scope of this A is up to closing braces only. I cannot retrieve the A value in outside this block, because it is a local, to main function. So, in next session we go for the global variables, static variables and register variables. Okay, those will be discussed in the next sessions, and I will write one more example program on local variables. Okay. If you get any doubts also, you can send your emails to my mail ID. Rajendra.APSSDC@gmail.com. So, if you have any doubts, you can send your doubts to my mail ID rajendra.apsssdc@gmail.com. Okay, this is my mail ID. Okay, thank you all.